Is in this world, all is possible like Super Smash Bros. Platform optional, Echo Fighters, here we go. A lot to address on the awesome show. Simon Belmont, the Splatoon crew, Sonic, Yoshi, and Pikachu. Friendship games and stories too. It's a magical world, come join the dudes. Passionate guys with a love for games. Got downright fierce going hard today. It's downright fierce, get your game on. Downright fierce, get your game on. Downright fierce, get your game on.
Downright fierce. Downright fierce. Downright fierce.
I'm a guitar player. I've been playing for over 25 years now, and I have close to 10 years experience in the music instrument retail business. And I love pedals. The fact that you can plug a guitar into a pedal, maybe one that you've never played before or even heard of before, and the things that can come out of that. The ideas, the riffs, even the songs. It's a really cool feeling. And I'm also a single dad. I've got two crazy little boys at home. So as you can imagine, I don't get too much time to go visit my local store to check out all the latest gear. And when I do, I have to deal with the chaos of the music store. All the noise and sales pitches. Maybe they don't have what I'm looking for. Plus, you gotta deal with a bunch of people butchering Metallica riffs all day. And I subscribe to boxes like Loot Crate, Slam Crate, things like that, because I love the feeling of coming home and seeing that box right there on my front porch, not knowing what's inside. That feeling of excitement and surprise of, I don't know what I'm getting this time. It's kind of like Christmas morning, right there on my doorstep. So I thought, what if I could get a brand new guitar pedal sent to me every month, made by the top pedal manufacturers in the business? And the cost would be less than I would pay online or in the store. But what if I didn't know what pedal it was going to be? A guitar pedal subscription box. Stomp box. And I thought, man, if somebody could do that and do it right, that would be really cool and definitely be something that I personally would sign up for. So, I decided to do it right. Stompbox gives players the opportunity to get a pedal experience that they wouldn't get at their local store, and combines that with the surprise and the excitement and the wow factor of a subscription box. We here at Stompbox, we want you to stop chasing tone. Let us bring it to you. Because who knows, that brand new song might be right there, just waiting for you to get home.
Hello and welcome to episode 93 of Downright Fierce Gaming, your number one source for sweet tarts and sweet farts podcasts. My name is Josh. With me is my slutty cat Mishka, who decided that this is a really good spot for her to put her leg up on my arm, and I'm feeling too awkward to move it. I mean, it's like she goes out of her way to do that. You know, she clearly trusts me enough to put her leg over me, and I don't want to betray her trust, you know? I'm just gonna leave it there, and I hope that she gets uncomfortable. So yeah, it's me, my slutty cat Mishka, and Skylar's late! Skylar's late. He promised me he wouldn't be late, and he lied to me. He lied to you. When he gets here, we should fight him. We should fight him right in his face. I'm also a little bit freaking out because I didn't remind him that there was an episode this week. I just kind of figured he'd remember, but usually every week it's like, hey, who's down for, an episode? And I don't know why. Okay, hold on. I'm going to move my arm. I'm just going to move my arm. So every week I'm like, hey, an episode's up. But then last week we're like, yeah, next week we're going to be doing this. So I didn't send him a reminder. I forget that not everybody cares about the podcast like I do. So I'm hoping to hear my doorbell in just a little bit. Jamie says, our cat is not slutty. She's very slutty. Mishka, show how slutty you are. Do your sluttiness. Do your slutty pose. Watch. She's going to go, there it is. Look at that. Look at that slutty. Oh, you can't see it. It's off camera. Well, she went into slutty position and she didn't like it. I'm sorry, sweetie. Okay. So, while we wait for Skylar to come out, actually, I'm going to try to hold off on the news as much as I can. For those of you who did not know or did not hear last week, do not, whatever, we are in the final episodes of the podcast. We're going to be stopping after episode 100. 100 will be our last episode. There was explanations, there was all that, but basically the podcast is kind of losing money, the short and sweet of it. So, bye. Okay, goodbye. So yeah, the last episode will be super awesome. I'm going to be putting together some videos, and I'm going to make sure it's a really fun episode. And yeah, it's going to be a good time. That didn't buy me as much time as I thought it would. Let's try talking about what I've been playing. Oh, I'll tell you one thing I've been playing. I've been playing State of Decay 2 again, and I forget how, amazing of a game this is. It didn't get that great of reviews, and it shouldn't have, because you know what, it's buggy. You get stuck on things. There's this one bug in the game, and it's the most annoying bug I've ever encountered in a video game ever. Sometimes your character, and I'm not even just I mean it when I say that, by the way. The most annoying bug I've ever encountered in a video game. Sometimes your character doesn't register that there's a ladder in front of you when you're trying to go down a ladder. So even though you're kind of creeping towards I really hope it recognizes the ladder, sometimes it doesn't, and then your character will just jump off a fucking cliff, and then there's damage in the thing. There's fall damage, and you can get injured. So then it's permanent damage until they fix their injury. And that's it's the most annoying goddamn bug ever, and I'm really upset about that. But aside from that, I want to go so far as to make a bold statement. I'm going to say that State of Decay 2 is the greatest zombie survival video game ever. Now, that's a really specific genre. It's not giving much, wiggle room, but, there's not that many other zombie survival games out there. You know what? I'll even go so far as to say that it is the best zombie video game ever. I challenge anybody to come up with a better zombie video game than State of Decay 2. I know the first response is probably going to be Left 4 Dead. Different kind of game. Fantastic in its own right. Definitely way less bugs. But I guess in that sense, it would determine, the important factor would be, what do you look for in a zombie game? Because I like the immersion. I like going into a zombie game pretending I'm in this world, and that's a lot harder to do in Left 4 Dead. It's very arcadey, but State of Decay nails that simulation, the scavenging, you can use strategy as you would in real life in this game. And it's just so much fun, you guys. I love it so much. It's so good. And god damn it, I just realized I haven't been scrolling down with chat. Oh my god, there's so much chat. There's so much chat. Okay. David Ratcliffe says, my chihuahua constantly plants his butthole on my mom's arm. David, you should have seen Mishka's butthole earlier when I was doing video checks. I was zooming in and out. It was choice butthole. I was wondering why I wasn't hearing from anybody. Okay, Jamie says, can't be mad at Skylar, be mad at traffic. Mark Mayfield says there better be some vitamin C in that. I don't know what that's a referral to. Maybe it's to my sweet tarts and sweet farts. I can't eat that on the show. I'll be all slobbery. What's the deal with ladder bugs in games? What is the deal with ladder bugs? And that's prevalent in a lot of titles. That's true, Mark. That is true that, in a lot of games, older games, they didn't really figure out ladders the way they should have. But in most games, if you just get a little bit close to the ladder, it will figure it out eventually. This one, sometimes the character just goes for it. I should have known. Jamie said, better zombie game. Sega Superstars Tennis Zombies. That's her favorite game ever. Mark says, Minecraft. I disagree. Oh, damn. Jamie hit me with some hard truth. Okay. You know, for somebody who doesn't play many video games as me, she's been spot on lately. She's been really, really good with the video game 20 questions, and she just nailed it with this one. I challenge you guys to give me a better zombie game, than State of Decay 2. She put Telltale's Walking Dead. Damn it. Yeah. Mishka agrees. Yeah. Oh, and there's that butthole. David, check it out. Look at that. Look at that butthole. Not on the news, Mishka. Not on the news. Why? No, can you just, I need that. Thank you. Thank you. I'm starting to think that Skylar didn't know that I was going to have him do an episode. I think it might just be me tonight. Yeah, I'm thinking it's just going to be me tonight. I'm thinking I probably should have messaged him. This sucks. Okay. All right. It's just me. All alone. Okay. Screw it. We're doing it. We're doing it live. Let's do a little fierce news. God damn it. God damn it. Okay. First thing is, there's Persona 5 news, which means I have to talk about Persona 5. It's just a thing. And I'm going to have to start the show with it. We received some information about Persona 5 Royal. According to the game's producer, Kazuhisa Wada, and director Daiki Ito, the game will feature an extra semester of gameplay that goes, quote, beyond the expectations of those who have experienced the volume of Persona 4 Golden. There will be a new play assist feature which calculates your social interactions and confidant levels and automatically suggests people and places you should visit next. So this feature is absolutely perfect for somebody like me who's already beaten the game and, you know, going through my second, actually this will be my third playthrough. Definitely wouldn't recommend that for somebody who's just getting into Persona. The whole point, in my opinion, the whole point of the confidant, system is not to max out everything. You're not supposed to, you're not supposed to get it perfect, and this is a neat little system for, like I said, for people who are, going through it again. But if you haven't played Persona 5, wait for the Royal and definitely don't activate that play assist feature right away. I'd say give that one a little bit. Hey, Brandon Akers is in. He says, hey, guys. Hey, Brandon. I wish I had everything set up for Google Hangouts. I don't. Brandon could be on next week, right? Brandon's going to be on next week. So this Persona 5 Royal is going to be a standalone game, although your Persona 5 data and although your Persona 5 data can't be used, there's going to be some sort of bonus for players with Persona 5 data, save data. Probably like a summons, or what are they called? They're called a persona. Probably a persona. They'll probably give you a persona, I would imagine. Oh, and Brandon couldn't be on because he's at work. That's actually the best place to watch the show, is at work. It's true. It's absolutely true. Moving on. Bethesda done fucked up this week. If Skylar was here, I'd point at the paper like, Skylar, what does that say? He goes, Bethesda done fucked up this week. He goes, because Bethesda done fucked up this week. To promote the new Elder Scrolls Online update, Bethesda's Netherlands studio published a D&D adventure for fans to enjoy, which is kind of cool. It's... The two kind of go hand in hand. I mean, it's fantasy lore, and it's, RPGs are, inspired by tabletops, so it makes sense. But it turns out this was almost word for word copy of Ben Heisler and Paige Leitman's The Black Road Adventure. Leitman called them out on their plagiarism with a tweet saying, quote, it's a surreal day when a top-tier gaming company steals your shit. Bethesda obviously took down the adventure while they, quote, investigate the source. But, okay, So first of all, this whole thing is extremely silly. This isn't Bethesda, where are they located? This isn't like the main office. This isn't a decision that was passed down like, some executive is like, yes, steal the adventure and use it for for free, which is what they're doing. They weren't making money off it. They were just passing it out there. This was probably some guy whose job it was to write a D&D adventure. He got super drunk over the weekend and he completely forgot about it. And he's like, oh shit, I got one day to write a D&D adventure. And then he just he read this thing online, saw that it was written, I think it was over 10 years ago, and just stole it and changed out some of the words. That's not okay. This is not an okay thing to do. But why the hell is Bethesda just going oh god, yeah, no, we're gonna investigate that? Don't fucking investigate. Here's what you do. You say, oh my god, I am so sorry that happened. Look, we didn't mean to do that. We're totally against plagiarism. Hey, here's the original source. Everybody should go, download or buy or whatever that adventure. Go support that person while we go fire the shit out of this guy who stole it. It's simple. And then everybody would yeah, Bethesda, that's awesome, man. Great job. That's very honorable of you. Instead, just take it down while they investigate the fucking... there's no follow-up to this story. There's no news site is going to cover it turns out, yeah, it was stolen. Bethesda releases some kind of, thing saying oh, hey guys, turns out it was stolen. Dude, you take one look at it and that it was plagiarized. So just own up to it. It's not even owning up. Wow. We didn't mean to do that. Fuck that guy. We're firing him. Let's take this opportunity to recognize the person who wrote that. I don't know. It's... Mark Mayfield says, Bethesda fucked up. This is new. Yeah, see, Mark says, yeah, oh shit, dude, he definitely stole that. We fire that guy. Our bad. Bye. That's it. This is such a corporate response. And, when we look at companies like Nintendo, look at Nintendo. Look at what they did with Metroid Prime 4. Hey, guys. So we saw how the game was coming along, and you know what? It sucked. It was really, really bad. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start over again, and we're going to give it to another company. So that's what we're going to do. And we're really... And you know what, by the way? It's going to take a lot longer now. It's going to take significantly longer. They basically said all that. Not verbatim, but they said all those things. That's awesome. That kind of transparency. The fan reaction to that was nothing but positive. You have to be a dick to be fuck you. Give me the game. Who's going to look at Bethesda and be fuck you, Bethesda, you knew what you were doing. Why would they do that? For free. It's not like they're selling that shit. It's not like it's going to be a DLC mission that people have to pay for. It was a mistake on their part. It was fucked up on that one guy. And they should push a picture of him. They'd be like, look, this is the piece of shit right here. This is the guy. And fuck that guy. That's him. I don't know. I'm getting overly angry over this, but I'm also a little angry at myself that I didn't message Skylar and tell him yo, we have an episode this week. Keep checking my phone. So here's what we're gonna do. Because this just looks weird. We're just gonna scoot this over here. Again, audio listeners, you guys get boned every week. I know. I'm so sorry. But it goes. Okay. There we go. See, that looks better. That just looks better, right? Yeah. Now it makes sense. Okay. Moving on. EA has announced that Apex Legends Season 2 will be announced at E3 next month. On top of that, there are rumors that EA is looking to bring Apex Legends to mobile. So, those two stories, kind of whatever. But I'm taking something from that I think it's kind of easy, and I think that, you know, most people would agree with me. I don't know, you know, let me know what you think. I think that I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to say that Apex Legends will be announced for Nintendo Switch at E3 this year. Because here's the thing. If you could put a game on mobile, you could put it on Switch. And the exact same thing happened with Fortnite last year. So Fortnite, you know, they put it on mobile, and then at that E3, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but at that E3, they're like, oh, by the way, Fortnite coming to Switch. I think they even did one of those things where, and it's available now. I think so. I'm pretty sure that's one of the and it's available nows. But I think, you know, I think that's a safe prediction. Rachel says, fuck that guy. I say that way too many times a day. I do too. I do too. But fuck that guy. Like I said, it's an easy prediction, but it's not one that I'm noticing a lot of people are talking about. It's kind of weird. Like, I feel like just saying that it's coming to mobile, just saying that you can make it work on mobile, people should just automatically go, oh, it's going to come to Switch, which would be awesome because, I mean, it's a cool game. I didn't think that could run on Switch. I mean, the version that I played on the PS4, that can't run on Switch. That definitely can't run on Switch. But, you know, I guess they're making a different version that can. And good for them. Hopefully they have good seasons, which I don't even know what that means. I don't play those games. I don't know. Mark says, easy prediction. That's almost a guarantee. I would be shocked if it didn't hit Switch. I mean, I think it's an easy prediction after... Hello, Miss Mishka. I think it's an easy prediction after finding out that it can come to mobile. Yeah, show him your butthole. You show him that butthole. Yeah, you show him that butt. Oh, don't show me that butthole. I don't care about that butthole. You show them that butthole. I think it's an only easy prediction after we find out that it can actually run on mobile. Because the game that I played on PS4, that could not run on mobile. Or Switch or anything. I'm surprised they're gonna, you know, potato it up. Are you using my sweet tarts as a pillow? That's adorable. I'm surprised that they're able to potato it up to, you know, freaking run on that. Like, I'm curious to see what it looks like, because Fortnite, you could dial down the graphics, you could dial down everything, and it just looks more cartoony. Apex Legends is very, I mean, it's not like state-of-the-art graphics, but it's a big and pretty game. There's a lot of things happening, too. You know, there's people with different abilities, there's a whole bunch of stuff happening, so I'm wondering how they're going to do that. We'll see. Brandon says, context, show them that butthole. It's exactly what it sounds like. Show them that butthole. Right, Miss Mishka, who's using my sweet tarts as a pillow. She's using my sweet tarts as a pillow. I love it. That can't be comfortable. I don't know what you're doing. All right, moving on. So last week there was news that Ghost Recon was going to have some kind of announcement on Wednesday. I didn't bother reporting that. Like, I saw that. I'm like, it's going to be some kind of expansion, or like, who cares? I don't know why they're blowing it up so big. Turns out it's actually a full-on sequel, which did not see that coming. I don't think anybody saw it coming. It's a full-on sequel to Ghost Recon Wildlands called Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. So I'm pretty excited for this. You know, Ghost Recon Wildlands came out, and it got decent reviews. It got 8s and stuff, and most people said it was a good game. I tried it out. I think there was even like a free weekend somewhat recently that I tried it out, and for the second time. And it's one of those games that like almost grabs me. It's like almost there. It's like I can't even put my finger on it. I can't even tell you what it is about it that I don't like. I don't know. But it does so many cool things, but not cool enough. There's something about the gameplay that maybe it's not polished to my liking. There's something about it that I feel like if somebody came through, like I the entire time I play that game, I'm like, I bet you I'll love the sequel. Because if they just polished up everything, if they just made it a little bit better, yes, slutty kitty. I feel like that would be my kind of game. So the fact that they're coming out with a sequel, you know, which chances are that's what they're going to do. They're going to fix all the little problems that everybody had with the game and just, you know, it's just going to be more fun. I'm actually really excited for this to come out. I am. Mark says it will look like dog shit if it's docked, but it'll run. Oh, talking about Apex Legends. I mean, it's gonna have to look like dog shit. It's gonna have to. But this I'm excited for. This you know, I hope they do another like free weekend or trial thing, because I'd love to try it out. Speaking of trying it out, oh, another thing that I have been playing this. Well, I mean, another thing I've been messing around with this week. I got Game Pass. So, Game Pass is a service. If you don't know, it's a service from Microsoft. $10 a month, and you can play like a whole like library of games and stuff on an Xbox One. I don't have an Xbox One. I didn't realize that they also have Game Pass for PC. Had no idea. So I wanted to try it out. I was looking to see if there's like a free trial. Turns out, in the most fortuitous circumstance ever, in an offer that was going to expire, I want to say it's going to expire in like 3 days or something. I think. Maybe today, so check it out if you're interested. They're offering 3 months for $1. 3 months for $1 for Game Pass, and you get like a library of games that you can download and play. It's not as much as what's on an actual Xbox One. Like, there's actually really only like 20 or 30 games or so. But they're decent games. Like Gears of War 4, State of Decay 2 is on there. Sea of Thieves, you know, things like that. And in the most amazing way, in 3 months, my child's going to be born. So I would have canceled it anyways. So this has actually worked out very, very well. It's not that I'm not going to play video games at all in 3 months. I'm just, you know, I don't need more games to play. So yeah. Yeah, Mark, I'm telling you, man. He's like, what? For $1? You're shitting me. No, I swear to God. $1. 3 months, $1. Go check it out right now. Pretty sure it's still going. If it's not, I'm going to feel really, really bad. But it's not that many games anyways. But it's worth it. Okay. Especially for $1. All right, moving on. In other news, Julian Geraghty, creative director of The Division 2, is a piece of shit. That's actually what it says there. So he recently tweeted, working on the next Splinter Cell with @DanHaynow and @RomKamor in Lion. Can't wait for E3. Crossover with The Crew 2 with @Fergus. Only missing Ghost Recon and Rainbow Six game, but on their way. He then followed up with a second tweet writing, quote, okay, please don't retweet. I may be in trouble. So naturally, nobody retweeted because, you know, it's the internet. And when you ask people nicely to do something on the internet, they will 100% listen to you. You know, it's only polite if somebody says, it's like when Beyonce, you know, the Super Bowl pictures came out and it was all the pictures of her going like that, you know, like your faces. It's just like, hey, stop it. Stop, you know, using those pictures. And everybody stopped because, you know, you don't want to mess with Beyonce. You don't want to do that. What was it talking about? Oh, yeah. Okay, so IGN published the story, and an Ubisoft representative told them that, quote, Julian was obviously joking, as Julian likes to do. It looks like our creative directors are having fun right now. We do not have any announcements to make at this time. You piece of shit! That's not a joke! That's not a joke! Hey guys, my grandma got in a horrible accident and she lost both of her legs. That could be true. You don't know. That's not funny to just joke of something that could happen, especially something that people want. Oh, hey guys, you know, I'm actually an alien from Bleeplorp, and you know, I've been sent to Earth to steal all your, wet wipes. Like, obviously, that's a joke. Because it's so far from the truth. This is the same kind of shit. Like, when you go to I know a lot of bartenders do this, and if you do this, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a dick, but I hate it when people, like, I'm at a bar, I'm like, hey, I'll have a beer, please. They go, no. Okay, there's nothing funny in what you just did, because you could actually be saying no for some reason. I don't know why you're saying no, and what is my response supposed to be? Okay. Oh, so no beer. I got you. That wasn't creative, you fuck. That's what this guy's doing. Like, hey guys, working on Splinter Cell. You know that game that you guys all want us to make? I'm totally making it. #blast. You piece of shit. At least put JK. At least put, #if only. You can't just tweet shit like that. And then, oh, please don't retweet. I may be in trouble. Say that it's a joke. Say that you're joking. I understand he's saying, oh, there's a crossover with The Crew too, and blah, blah, blah. The Splinter Cell's been crossing over with a lot of things. That's a possibility, you jackass. A Splinter Cell car. For what was the other ones he said? Rainbow Six. Splinter Cell, the 3-dot things for one of the characters or whatever. All of that is possible. I was joking. Just piece of shit. Piece of shit. Rachel, fuck that guy. Seriously, fuck that guy. What the hell, man? Don't joke about something that can be true. Hey guys, my cat has cat AIDS. That's a thing. Cats can get cat AIDS. She doesn't have cat AIDS. She's just being all slutty. You can't see from that angle, but she's just laying like legs all spread. Yeah, you big slutty kitty. Let me rub your tummy. I'm gonna rub your tummy. I'm gonna rub your tummy. I got senioritis, guys. We only got like 7 episodes left. Right? This is 93, so 6 episodes after this. We only got 6 episodes left. And it's half of it is gonna be me making silly faces and noises at my kitty. That's all. That's all I want in life. I want a podcast of me just going, oh, little kitty. And you know what's funny? I could see our viewer count go up and down. Somebody came in and left now. To me going, where's my kitty? Where's my little kitty? I'm gonna pet her belly because she's a little slutty kitty. Oh, best podcast ever. All right, let's talk State of Play. So State of Play came out. This would be the second one. Yeah, this is the second State of Play from PlayStation. If you don't know what State of Play is, it's PlayStation and Sony's answer to Nintendo Direct, in that it is a video that they produce at random times. They'll announce, hey, we got a State of Play coming out this week. And, sometimes they're long, sometimes they're short. This one, I think, was like 15 minutes. And it's basically trailers. It's commercials. It's a commercial thing. And then they, explain what kind of games are coming out and stuff. So it's the exact same thing that Nintendo's been doing for a while. And it's been very, very successful for Nintendo. This one, they changed from a little bit from the first one. This is basically exactly almost exactly like Nintendo Direct, with format, video, look, feel, everything. The only difference is that there's not, some guy going, let's take a look. It's fine because it works and it's effective, and I enjoyed this one very much. Mark says 9 days left on the $1 Game Pass. They extended it. Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, get on that. And then Rachel was asking for clarification on my kitty cat AIDS, AIDS in the butthole. Yes, my cat has AIDS in the butthole. See, it's not funny because it could be true. That could be, there's somebody out there whose cat has cat AIDS in the butthole. That's not funny. Right? Yeah, see, Mishka's like, no. Your comment was funny, but yeah. Okay. So the first thing is Medieval Remake, something we know has been in the works for a while. We got a release date. It's coming out on October 25th, and it's not really looking that good. I don't know if this is the first time that we've seen. I think this is the first time that we've seen like gameplay. That's not what I was expecting. They didn't really do much. It looks like a remaster, not a remake. You know, we've come so far in third-person action games, and this one's sticking with the isometric look. You know, I don't know why they didn't go full third-person. I'm not saying go open world or anything. It could still be linear, but, you know, like, their technology has advanced a lot. It doesn't have to be isometric, and it looks weird. It doesn't look good. So, you know, I'm not really looking forward to this one. I'm going to say it's going to be like a 6. Maybe even lower. We'll see. The next one is Monster Hunter World Iceborne Expansion. We got a release date for that, September 6th on PS4 and Xbox One with a PC release this winter. That's another one. Now this one I didn't get to. I didn't play a demo. I played one Monster Hunter game, and that is actually the reason why I didn't want to get into this one, even though I understand they're completely different. I played the one that came to Switch, and from what I've been told, the gameplay loop is basically the same. But, you know, the things you can do in the game that's what's changed in Monster Hunter World. I fell out of it so hard, and it was too complicated. I don't like dealing with when I play an RPG. I like action RPGs. You know, that's why I like Dragon's Dogma, is because you're not worrying about, you know, I'm going to add plus 1% to my poison. That way I can, you know, do 26 DPS as opposed to 25 DPS. Because if I do 26 DPS, then I can take down his health approximately 30% in about 3 minutes, which would allow my mage... Okay, that's stupid. I don't like that kind of stuff. I like to be like, I'm going to jump on a fucking dragon's head and stab him in the neck. Because it looks really cool. And I want to be rewarded for that. I don't want to care that my daggers are doing 2% damage. I want to jump on a dragon's neck and I want to stab it. And I've done that in Dragon's Dogma, and it was awesome. That being said, a lot of people like Monster Hunter World, and I'm happy that you guys are getting an expansion, and I hope you enjoy it. I'll be over at Dragon's Dogma, stabbing dudes in the neck with my daggers of stabbing. The next one, oh my god. So, I saw this state of play on my way back from Jacksonville. No, it wasn't from Jacksonville, it was from Palm Beach Gardens. And you know how the YouTube has, you know, people, their reactions to stuff? I need to get, well, I mean, there's no way for me to predict it because I don't usually react to things. I'm just like, oh, cool. Hey! Oh, that's my reaction. That's not entertaining. But this one, I'm like screaming. I'm like, yeah! Sorry, Mishka. And then, like, 15 seconds later, oh, no! Like, I mean, I don't think it was all no, but it was something like that. I'm like, fuck! Like, I was very, very disappointed. It's Predator Hunting Grounds. And at first, it's the, oh yeah! Then they describe the game. So the trailer is very basic. It's not gameplay. It starts out with some dudes, you know, walking around, you know, in the jungle, and they're like, oh, what's going on? What's happening? And then like it's slowly panning out, and then finally like, you see a tree branch, and then you see a slight bit of movement, and you hear the predator like, I can't do the sound, but you know, the crackling. That's a terrible sound I just made with my mouth. It's Predator. I'm like, oh my god, they're gonna do it! They're gonna make a Predator game! Oh, they're making a And then, no more candy for me, by the way. Oh, sorry, that's her pillow. My bad. Sorry. And then they describe it. It's an asymmetrical multiplayer experience that will see one group of players in control of a fire team while another player will control the predator. It's Evolve. It's Evolve or Friday the 13th or Dead by Daylight. It's basically going to be like a $20 game that they mark up to $60. Like, why can't we get a good single-player Predator game? A good one, because I know we've gotten some. But I just... It's so upsetting to see somebody like... I mean, there hasn't been a single... Nope, that's not correct. 2004 Alien vs. Predator game was phenomenal. Other than that... and it was still limited by its time. Other than that, there hasn't been a single good Predator game. Like, just Predator. Forget Alien. Hasn't been a single one. And Sony is saying, like, look, we respect our licenses now. Spider-Man, we're going to give you a good Spider-Man game. Iron Man for VR, an actual good Iron Man game. And I understand this may not even be this might or might not be an exclusive. I don't know. I didn't look into it. I didn't research this game. But they're putting it on their state of play. They're advertising for it. You know, Sony's all about quality. And you're making Evolve with Predator or Friday the 13th with Predator? Dude, come on. Come on. And maybe it'll be good. I don't know. Maybe, who knows? Maybe it's freaking Game of the... It's not going to be Game of the Year, y'all. It's not going to be Game of the Year. It's just not. Jim Cover says, Mishka! Mark says, it's another one of those games. Yay. But yeah, it is. You know what it is, Mark, too? Here's what it is. Here's what really upsets me about this. It's nothing creative. There's zero creativity behind this. Everything from the gameplay loop, the characters. It's a licensed game, so they don't... I mean, I doubt there's going to be story. Everything about this game is uncreative. Not uncreative, that's not a word. You would have to uncreate it. Increative. Increative. Not creative at all. It's not. It's just... And it sucks because I like Predator, and I want to see a good Predator game. That 2004 game, I mean, it's barely playable now. I've tried. It was so much fun at the time. And for the time, it was a pretty solid Predator game. But I don't know. So moving on, the next one is actually a really interesting little title. It's Riverbond. It's a 4-player co-op that has a bunch of indie game characters in it. It's got the Shovel Knight guy, people from Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time, and Guacamelee. It looks like a really fun dungeon crawler. It's coming out this summer. It's kind of funny though. The video, at first I'm basically ignoring the video because it's like, okay, I don't really care about these weird little dungeon crawly isometric silly, things, and they're advertising things like destructible environments, and it's not destructible. Stop, don't. It's not. Like, okay, yeah, cool, everything in this isometric tabletop-y, what's the game I'm trying to think? Mishka, what am I trying to think of? What's that game? Oh god, I'm not gonna remember it because I've never... Disgaea. I remembered it. Disgaea. I think it's Disgaea. One of those games where, you're not playing in a world. You're playing on like squares, and you're moving through there. I mean, it's not the same kind of gameplay, but in destructible environments, you don't have to advertise that because it's not really. I don't know how else to describe it. Mark said, I assume to the original Predator thing, yeah, it's copy and paste. Probably borrowed one of those games engines too. Probably. Unoriginal. Uncreative. Copycats, says Jim. But yeah, Riverbond looks cool. Now this is the next game is I'm looking forward to this the second most out of all this. I really looking forward to this. We know so little about it though. We only saw a little bit of gameplay. It's called Away, and you play as a sugar glider. You play as a flying squirrel. And then that's it. You're a flying squirrel and you're trying to survive a jungle. And it looks beautiful and it looks really cool. And you get to play as a flying squirrel. And I want to play it. It looks really cool. It was a little sweet. Little flying squirrel with a little flying squirrel family. And you jump off a tree and you're like, wee! This little flying squirrel. It looks so cute. I want to play it. No release date yet. I recommend you look up that video. Look up Away. It looks really cool. So, final thing is, ironically, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Part 1, probably, unfortunately. Obviously, the biggest and best part of the state of play. Not a lot of people noticed, too. Really, really interesting thing happened. In the very beginning of the state of play, there was a Final Fantasy VII, soundbite or something. It was a little... I didn't hear it, so I don't know what they're specifically talking about, but that's what I'm hearing, is that there was a little hint, that little Easter egg, that they were going to talk about Final Fantasy VII Remake. It actually happened at the very end of the video. We got to see some gameplay, finally. We have not seen gameplay up until this moment. We've seen little... barely gameplay. We've seen in-engine stuff, I believe. But we actually saw some gameplay, and what's weird is that people are still torn. Because I'm watching this gameplay and I'm going, oh, so it's Final Fantasy 15 style. You're running around and it's like an action game. And then apparently that's not necessarily true. If you look really closely, it could be turn-based still. It could just be fancier turn-based. And that kind of blew my mind. I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't realize that. And all of a sudden, that thing that I was saying, with Skylar, I think 2 weeks ago, or maybe even last week, I don't remember, how I just want an insanely good-looking turn-based Final Fantasy game. Are we getting that? Is that finally happening? Because that would be amazing. Yes, Miss Mishka, I know. It would be so good. It would be so good. Yeah. Damn. That'd be so awesome. But it's still kind of interesting that we're looking at gameplay and people are like, I still don't know what this game is. Square Enix promises more to come in June, which would make sense because they're taking Sony's spot at E3. And I'm going to use that. Nobody agrees with me on this. You guys who know me know I listen to a lot of video game podcasts. I follow all the video game news. I brought this idea up to so many gamers, and they've all said the same thing. No, not going to happen. I'm going to make a bold prediction. This is bold, man. This is like Half-Life 3 bold. Here we go. I think Square Enix is going to give us a release date at E3. And it's going to have a fall release. Fall, winter, end of the year release. This year release. I will say the prediction is for this year. I think it's going to happen. This game's been in development so damn long. I know they scrapped everything and had to restart again, and I know. But I think it's happening. Because that's a great spot at E3. Sony's spot is a great spot at E3. And I'm sure it was expensive as hell. What else is Square going to talk about? They don't have another Tomb Raider game. They're not going to tease another Tomb Raider game. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Especially to say, hey, more to come in June. If it was going to be next year or the year after that, we probably would have gotten a release date already. It's coming out this year. It's gonna happen. That's my prediction. God damn it. I lost my mouse. Mark's laughing at me, and I'm... Yep, see? Everybody's saying no. You can say no. You can say it ain't happening. It is happening. That's my bold prediction. And I know it's bold. I know it's bold. Maybe it's not actually Half-Life 3 bold. But I say it's happening. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Now here's the thing that sucks though, and this I don't want it to be true. People are also saying that it still might be an episodic game. Fans have pointed out a vague line in a roughly Google translated Japanese press release that suggests so. Producer Yoshinori Kitase originally said in 2016 that each episode of this remake, quote, will essentially be a full-scale game. I'm really hoping that's not the case. Like, I hope the reason why it's been taking this long is they're trying to figure out how to squeeze so much game in like 2 discs. Because I also think it's going to come out in 2 discs. I do. God, I really freaking hope that it's not episodic, but there's a good chance it is. Like I've played a little bit of Final Fantasy VII. I decided I'm probably going to wait until the remake because I don't know the full story. I know the spoilery thing that happens because I'm a gamer. Of course, I've heard the spoilery thing that happens in Final Fantasy VII, but I've never played the entire story, so I don't know how everything pans out. So I want to experience that in the best way possible, and the game just has not aged well, so it's not, in my opinion, it's not worth, when we have a remake coming out, it's just better to do the remake, right, Mishka? Right? Why are you all twitchy? You got a little twitch there? You got a little twitch? Oh, goddamn. What was I saying? I got distracted by my cat. Oh yeah, so I'm waiting for the thing, but I mean, if it's episodic, I'll say this: if it's episodic, it better be like at least 40 hours, at least. And if you're not gonna release all the episodes at the same time, then you better do it within like half a year to a year. 1 year. 1 year is the late, I'm not waiting longer than a year. A year is the absolute latest that the second episode should come out. Chris Stanton says, I love you. He said that as Downer Fierce Gaming. Then he said shit. Then he said, I love you. Raymond Harrison says, if it's going to be episodic, I hope it's just 2. I mean, I can't imagine. It's not going to be 4 discs. You know what I mean? The only reason why they would make it episodic is because there's so much content and there's so much to develop for me. That's why the game has taken so long. It can't be more discs than the original. It can't. So I'd say I'd be amazed, but I could see it being 3. It's not going to be 3 though. It's going to be 2. Although, yeah, it's going to be 3. God, I hope so. I don't know. I mean, they could really screw up. Chris Stan says, guess what? Mark Mayfield says, chicken butt. Chris Stan says, I'm going to see you in 48 hours. And then for the audio listeners, I did the little shack thing. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, you are. Raymond Harrison says, and they want more money. I mean, that's true. Yes. Obviously, they want money because money is good. They're a video game company. That's why, I say this about EA all the time. Like, everybody wants to give crap to EA and say, you know, oh, they just want money. They don't care about games. Yeah, they're a video game publisher. They only want money. They don't care about the games. They want to give you the best product that they can so that you buy it and say thank you for giving me the opportunity to give you money. That's what they want. They don't care about the art of it. Square Enix doesn't care about us. They want to keep us happy so they can make money off of us. And, you know, they're screwing up right now because, you know, the dialogue around this game is so touchy. But that's another reason why I think that this game is coming out this year, is because they know they can't. When they give us a release date, that's going to be the release date. They can't handle any more delays. They can't, shoulder any or bear any more, bad press about this game. Everybody's already saying this game's not coming out. This game's never coming out. It's coming out. It's going to be like Kingdom Hearts. It's coming out. I'm saying when they say a release date, and hey, I said that about Kingdom Hearts. Everyone was like, no, they're probably going to push it back again. I said, when they say a release date, that's going to be the actual release date because they can't take any more delays. That's the exact same thing that's going to happen with Final Fantasy. They're going to give a release date, and then that's going to be it. And that's why I think it's going to be this year, because they'd have to be extremely confident to give a release date, and usually you don't know until it's basically done. So I think it's basically done. I do. I think it's basically done. And I think it's coming out this year. Say happy birthday to Zachy. He's watching. Zachy, happy birthday, buddy. Thank you for spending your birthday watching me. You shouldn't. How old are you now? You shouldn't be watching me on your birthday. That's just dumb. You're old enough to know better than that. Go to bed too, because it's late. But hey, happy birthday. Yeah, and he's in his underwear. Thank you for letting me know that, Chris. Yeah, happy birthday, buddy. And that's it. That's all the news we got. Again, check out Game Pass. It's $1 for 3 months. I mean, you can't beat that. Mark, he said we got 9 days left. Chris Standerzaki, I guess, is saying, I'm 6. You're 6? And you're watching this on your birthday? You have nothing better to do? What are you doing out there? I'm telling you, man, I got senioritis. You know what? Tell me to say anything. I'll say anything on the mic. I don't care. I'll put my feet up. We're just going to sit like this. I got senioritis. Oh, my God. Oh, God, this is not working the way I thought it was going to. But I'm committing to it. This has been a very fun experience, this podcast. And I've been asked recently, am I going to do another one? Because, I mean, we have the studio. I don't have to worry about startup costs. And I don't know. I don't know because I would have to make a podcast that I would enjoy listening to. We could have made this podcast so much more. I'm not sitting like this anymore. We could have made this podcast so much more popular if it was about retro gaming, or it was hey, this week we're going to talk about N64 games, top 10 N64 games. Probably could have gotten really popular, but that's not the kind of thing I like listening to. I like listening to, Persona 5 news and Bethesda news, and most people who come across this video, I start talking about that, and they're like, what's a Bethesda? Is that a game? Is that a video game? Most people don't know, and that's okay. But this is the kind of show I like to listen to. So this is the kind I wanted to make. If I was to do another podcast, it would have to be something I enjoy, or I would enjoy listening to. Not just something I enjoy, something I would enjoy listening to. And I listen to comedy podcasts and video game podcasts. That's it. I listen to Harmontown, Dan Harmon, and a lot of IGN podcasts. And I'm not funny enough to do a comedy podcast. I'm not. So, unless some genius idea pops in my glorious brain, this will probably be, oh my God, so many comments. This will probably be the only podcast I do, maybe. Brandon says, Town of City. This is potato chips, the next best big thing for podcasts. I don't know what that's referring to. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I've been playing. State State of Decay. That's what it's called. And that's it. Okay. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We do this every Tuesday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time on Facebook.com/DownrightFierceGaming. You can watch all of our videos on demand on YouTube.com/DownrightFierceGaming. You can subscribe on no, don't subscribe on Patreon. No, don't. Sorry, see, it's like a script. Normally, I'm like used to just going on to the, the next thing. No, don't subscribe on Patreon.com/DownrightFierce. Definitely don't click on don't go to your URL and type in www.patreon.com/DownrightFierce. Don't do it. Seriously, don't. The podcast is ending. You shouldn't give me any more of your money. It wasn't going to me. It was going to the podcast, but, just don't. Thank you to everybody who is supported on Patreon. I love all of you. Thank you to Mark Mayfield. Thank you very much, Mark Mayfield. Thank you to our executive producers, Brian Kizmetsky and Carolina Jarvis. With that, we now go... Mark says candy podcasts. I do like candy. And I love trivia. Oh my God, if only there was a way to do trivia on podcasts. There's not. But that would be cool. That would be super cool. Mark says now you're going to get a bunch of Patreons. Don't. Jamie says give our baby all of your money. That's where it's going to go. It's going to go to... No, God, I'm not trying to guilt... No. Baby, stop it. No. We're not going to guilt people into giving us money. I'm leaving you, and all the Patreon money is going to go to me to support my drug habit. See, it's not funny to joke about things that could be true. You don't know if I have a drug habit. There's some crystals on my table. You don't know if that's cocaine or kitty litter. It's kitty litter because my cat is a dirty, slutty kitty. That's it. We're done. I'm going to leave you guys with one of my favorite songs that's been stuck in my head for so long. This is Andrew Facekicker Kirkendall's band. It is Burden Affinity. It's called The Stand, and it's an awesome song. Good night, and take care of your butt.
I won't give in to downright fierce, 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 downright fierce.
It's a downright fierce gaming podcast. Playing mad games and talking mad trash. Subtitle pending, dropping facts about consoles, news, and industry stats. Every week, Josh and the crew go hard with the gaming passion. It's true. It's downright fierce and the place to be with a custom theme by Lars MC. It's downright fierce, get your game on. 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 It's downright fierce, get your game on. 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 Fierceness boom, it's the bomb. 20 questions, you can't go wrong. Yeah, they're the console, Chris implores, but now I can't get the Genesis off the floor. Streaming every Sunday on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook Live, so hit the switch. Got Scribe looking up those unknown facts. Helpful as heck, thanks a lot for that. Lost the bet, I need a pie. Pepperoni, it tastes so fly and it feels so good to play these games. Game Gear links and GBA. Turbo